Hey, welcome back everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K. So on this video, as you can tell, looking at the title of the video, is I want to talk about YouTube, like YouTube in general, and my experience with YouTube since I've been creating content for 12 years now. Okay, and I figure, well, maybe it's time that someone else gives you a perspective on the YouTube. So if you're somebody who's like thinking about, oh, I want to start my own channel, I want to get into YouTube, I think it's important that you hear from somebody like me who has experience, who's been around for 12 years. And I had my ups and downs like everyone else. Of course, you do have to work hard. It's it's not something that happens overnight. It's a lot of hard work and investments. There's so much that you have to go through and deal with, and also invest as well. Um, so what I'm going to do on this video is I want you first to understand my experience, 12 years on YouTube, and then after that, I want to talk about where YouTube is right now in 2026 and what has changed, and talk about positives and negatives. And hopefully, after you finish watching this video, maybe you'll have a better understanding, more transparent, honest understanding of what you're getting into. Because I don't like giving people false hope. I don't like lying to people. I don't like. I just don't like selling you something that is not true. You know, that's one of the reasons I quit being a salesman, because I don't like selling people something that they think it is what it is, but it's not. It's something totally else. Like, you ask for a pizza, but I'm selling you a hamburger. Or you ask for a steak, and I'm selling you a hot dog. It's. I just want people to understand. I'm not here to manipulate. I'm not here to sell you a BS. I'm just here to talk from experience. This is coming from a guy who always stays in my lane, who worked hard, been doing this since 2015. Excuse me, later, much earlier than that. I would say 2014. So 2014. So since 2014, 12 years. In 2016 is when I really started like becoming recognized, and getting more recognition, and getting on with that algorithm. All right, so my first experience with YouTube when I first started, it was just experiments. I wasn't even like, of course, I had my day job. I wasn't depending on this as like a money. If you depend on YouTube as money, oh man, keep your day job. I'll tell you that. So, because with this, there's no guarantee, and I'll get to that. Um, the first thing I did was experimenting. I created a few channels and was testing to see what works, what doesn't work, what people like, what people don't like, what people want to see, what people don't want to see, and that's how you first have to start. It's like um, throwing the stick and see where it sticks. Throw that stick and see where it sticks, or roll the dice and see where it rolls. So you have to keep experimenting, you know, and keep breaking those eggs till you make a good omelet. It's tasty. And so you have to constantly experiment, see what people like, what people don't like, and that's how I first started. And I wasn't even thinking about, ooh, I'm gonna be like this big YouTube star or blah blah blah, or I'm gonna get so many views, so many people watching me. I wasn't even thinking about that, because I was just thinking about doing this as like a hobby, just like, oh, let me share what I'm playing, talk to people, see if I can maybe create a some cool community with friends, some cool friends, small circles of friends. That was my main thing. Once I first reached 3,000 subscribers, I was like, whoa, dude. That's 3,000 people talking to me. That's 3,000 people watching me. Dude, that's crazy. I never like experienced that. Right. And once you get to that appetite of 3,000 people watching you, then you start like getting encouraged, like, oh, dude, maybe I can go further. Maybe I can, reach more numbers. So my first experience was experimenting. You have to experiment to see what people like. My advice to people is don't waste making videos on something that people really don't want to watch. If it's not hitting the algorithm, just forget it. Just focus on something that they want to watch. But see, that's the hardest part. That's the most difficult part. When I first started in 2014, I'm sorry, 2014, it was a little bit different. I guess you could say I got lucky, but I also put in a hard work. I was experimenting. Even though I had a day job, I would still like spend like late night hours to like make some videos and put it out there. I was experimenting. Okay. So you do have to put in the hard work. So if you're somebody who wants to do this as a side job and you have a day job, understand this. It's hard work. You have to put in a hard work. But when I did it in 2014 and 2015, it was still hard. It was still hard to get to the algorithm. And even back then, it was not easy getting to the algorithm. What helped me reach the algorithm was the televisions, the 4K. It was the fact that no one was doing what I was doing. I was like the first guy that was actually showing you how these games run on a 4K television. I was showing you the upscaling process of it. I was showing you the HDR process of it and how it looks and how it plays, right? And my very first Vizio 4K TV. So I was among the very first ones that started like this 4K transition. And I got lucky because I did it, because when I did it, no one else was doing it. And when I started doing it, then other people started copying me. They started following in my footsteps, right? Which is fine. That's inspiring, I take great honor in that a lot of people followed me and based on what I was doing. And they invested a lot of their own money to create their own, tech channels, right? And when that happened, see, I got lucky because when I was doing it in 2016 when in 2016, well, actually in 2015 I started. I was talking about 4K. When I was talking about 4K, people were still using HD televisions. They still had their high definition HD televisions, 1080p or 1080p 3D TVs. So 4K was just kind of like around the corner. And then in 2016 is when I really started like getting a lot of notice because number one, I got lucky because 4K was just starting out. The 4K televisions were getting a little bit more affordable, not super affordable, but a little bit more affordable, from $4,000 to like $1,200, $1,500. So they were getting a little bit more affordable. And then a lot of people have an interest on this, right? Especially with the Xbox One S coming out with their upscaling capabilities for Gears of War. I think it was Gears of War 4. And then the HDR, and both upscaling and HDR with the Xbox One S really was intriguing for a lot of people. And then we had PlayStation 4 Pro, which was also doing the same thing, using the checkerboard upscaling for their video games. So this is really at the time where 4K and the 4K Blu-rays were kind of like a big deal, a big thing, and 4K televisions were just coming out. So I got very lucky on that. And that's where the nickname Mr. 4K Upscaler came in. And so I got lucky. I caught a break. I got very lucky. So you also have to be lucky. So here's what I'm trying to say. You do have to experiment. So my experience with YouTube was you do have to experiment, but you also have to be lucky. to be able to find that the genie in the bottle. Like it's hard because everyone was looking for it. It's not just you. There's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of. I see all these YouTubers, right? Millions of YouTubers out there trying to do exactly the same thing that you are doing. And now imagine that there's 8.4 billion people on this planet, and how many hundreds of millions of YouTubers there are worldwide around the globe, right? They're all trying to do the same thing. They're all trying to, make it. It's like going to LA, right? Why people go to Los Angeles? Because it's the capital of entertainment. It's Hollywood. Everybody wants to be an actor, voice actor, super model, actor, porn star, whatever, what have you, singer, right? It's the entertainment capital. So everybody goes there for one thing only, to become an actor or actress, right? Anything that has to deal with entertainment, music, right? Video games, voice acting, etc., etc. So, so same thing on YouTube. Everybody wants to obviously make it big and be recognized because that's the bread and butter of YouTube, right? So, my advice to people is experiment and see what works, what doesn't work. Don't waste time on something that doesn't work, and just keep experimenting. So what I'm trying to say to people is back then I had a positive experience with YouTube, and it caught me by surprise, like how lucky I got with televisions and everything. So I had my ups, and of course I had my downs. Um, but what has changed? A lot of people ask me like, okay, now that you've been, creating content for 12 years, what are the differences, major changes that I notice on YouTube? Well, what I notice now is, well, the YouTube is not the only platform. There's other platforms now. People have access to other platforms. They can make money and stream on Facebook. They can make money and stream on other platforms like Twitch, Rumble, and there's many others. There's so many. So there's other options out there. But the biggest one, the big daddy of them all, obviously, is this huge, big platform called YouTube, and that's where everyone goes in to become, successful as a YouTuber. The problem is right now there's so many people streaming, there's so many people creating channels and uploading videos that it's almost nearly impossible for you to break that ice of algorithm. And I'll give you some example. Like, well, let's give her a shout out. Let's give a shout out to Aurora Armlet. I've been watching her. She's doing strictly Resident Evil walkthroughs, and it's nice to see someone who is dedicated and has a lot of knowledge on Resident Evil, play Resident Evil. But as you can see, she only has 4 people watching, even though she has, great personality. She's beautiful, great thumbnail, very pleasant, nice lady, very professional, good quality, everything, right? But still, only 4 people watching. Why is that happening? Well, because of the algorithm. Like she can't reach like I'm talking about her right there. You can't reach the algorithm, right? Because it's not that people wouldn't enjoy her watching her. It's just that people don't know about her. That's what I'm talking about. Think of it like this way. Let's say James Cameron made an Avatar. Now let's go back. Let's say James Cameron made a Terminator 2. Well, he did. Imagine this: James Cameron, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and only like few people seen it, and they were like, it's okay, and they didn't like it, and then no one else knew about the movie. So think of it like that. Imagine if Terminator 2 was not released worldwide. If it was only released to maybe 3 or 4 people, and they were like, it's okay. Let's say those 3 or 4 people happen not to like a movie. They didn't think of a movie that well, right? No one would have known about the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So that's what the algorithm is. Like no one's like publishing you out there. No one is putting you out there for unless you got a sponsor or somebody to advertise. Hopefully, me advertising Aurora, uh, Armlet. Was it? Yeah, Armlet. Aurora Armlet. Hopefully, me advertising her will help her get some notice. I don't mind helping other content creators. Hopefully, me helping her, just mentioning her, will get her some recognition. And it's okay. You can say that I recommended her. It's fine. I'm a fan. I'm watching her videos and streams, and I like Resident Evil. She likes Resident Evil, so you know I when I help another content creator out there that I enjoy watching. So, but the thing is, it doesn't matter how professional your YouTube video is. It doesn't matter how much effort you put into it, and you could have like a 20 million production on that video. Now I'm serious. You could have a 20 million production on that video. But if that video is not being put out there on to break that ice of algorithm, if it's not being published properly, then no one's gonna know about that video. Like there's so many videos that I don't know that they even exist right now because the algorithm is not letting me know about it. There's so many great YouTube content creators out there that I don't know about, but that's because I can't find them because the YouTube algorithm is not sending me that. It's not giving me that, so I'm not receiving that. So that's the biggest problem right now that you have with YouTube. So like what's getting the attention? Well, this kind of stuff, 2.5 million views. It's this stuff. The drama with Doctor Disrespect. The politics and Oscar-winning guys like Leonardo, and of course some chick dressed in the bunny. With the very provocative stuff. That's what's getting the attention. The algorithm wants to put that out there because they know what your weaknesses are. They know what you're lusting for. So they're like exploiting. They exploit. This is that's the thing that's another thing that sucks about the YouTube and their AI algorithm. They're exploiting your needs, like the needs that you have. Right, and God knows there's so many millions of horny virgins out there, Gen Z, and they just can't wait to see something like this, right? And there's 2.5 million virgins just watching this, and some creeps too. I'm pretty sure it's a combined together. But that's what the algorithm is doing. That's what the algorithm is doing. Algorithm is not going to put my video out there, even though I think my videos are good. I think I entertain people. I think I spend a lot of time explaining Resident Evil universe in great detail, but they're not going to put that out there because this is better. Some chick dancing, provocative, 2.5 million views, and politics, of course. Politics. Let's just put Sam Harris in there. Let's talk about politics, right? And then, of course, celebrities. And, of course, the whole Dr. Disrespect drama. That's what's trending. And that's what the algorithm is doing. And then, look at this guy. Like, here's another great example. Look at this guy. Like this guy. The Gamer's Grotto. He only's got, like, 87 views, bro. And, like, why is that, dude? Like, he's talking about Sega Genesis classics. And he's got a great thumbnail, looks great, looks professional, right? There's nothing wrong with the thumbnail. If I was to give a rating to the thumbnail, I would say this is like excellent thumbnail. Well done, professional, nothing wrong with it. It meets all the qualification to be a great thumbnail. And he only has like 87 views 3 days ago, right? And are you trying to tell me that there's only 87 people that have interest on Sega Genesis? I don't think so, man. There's no way that there's only 87 people that only have interest. There's got to be more than that. There's got to be more people than that are, hardcore Sega fans and Sega Genesis fans, right? So it's impossible just to think that, like, okay, here's this guy, and he only's got like 87 views. Like, how does that happen, right? And that was 3 days ago. That's all he has, right? And look, even his intro is great, Look at his intro. It's amazing, right? But still, only 87 views. That's because the algorithm is not um, recommending it. It's not putting it out there. What's algorithm recommending? Well, they're recommending this kind of stuff, politics stuff. Look at this, like this guy, Daniel Davis, deep dive, 136,000 views. Why? Because he's talking about politics. People love politics. This guy, Owen, right? I think he used to work for what's his name? Alex Jones. Now he's got his own show. He got 2.6 thousand people watching. Why? Because he's talking about politics. People love that. People love negative stuff. People love politics. People love anything that's negative. That there's some sort of a drama. They love drama. They love negative crap. And again, this is the algorithm AI exploitation. They're exploiting all this stuff and they're putting it out there because they know that's what you want to see. They know you're guilty. That's called the guilty pleasure exploitation, right? They know you're guilty pleasure. They know exactly what you want to see. They know exactly what you're going to click on. So it's called exploitation, right? And this is exactly why a guy like me, guy like you, will have a difficult guy like this guy, the gamer's Grotto. What's her name? Aurora Armlet will have a difficult time like trying to reach that algorithm. Because why? Because of this AI algorithm that only advertise to you what they think is good. Because they're programmed to do that. They're programmed to give you, stuff that will be guilty pleasure, stuff that you will enjoy watching, which is, of course, people love clicking on negative shit. Anything negative, they want to click on it. Oh, there's a drama with a Dr. Disrespect. Oh, I'm going to click on it. Oh, there's some chick dressed very provocative. Ooh, 2.5 million views. I want to see that. Right? So that's who they want to see. I want to talk politics. Oh, wow, I'm eating my pizza right now. Yum, yum. I want to hear about the politics. It's exploitation of your guilty pleasure. Think of it like a cable. If the cable box was choosing the channels for you. Let's say that you don't have you have no remote control. Like you don't have access to this. Like you are not giving a remote control, right? You are not given a remote control. You don't have any access to a remote control. TV remote. So you have no access to TV remote. You were not given a TV remote. You have no TV remote. Who has the TV remote? The AI cable box inside, and you have no TV remote. You have no access to TV remote. And guess who's choosing what channels and what movies to watch? The AI algorithm on the cable box is telling you, no, you watching this. No, you're not gonna choose what to watch. The AI algorithm will tell you what's good for you. It's kind of like that. It's just, think of it like that. Like you have no freedom to choose what you want to choose, to scroll around. The algorithm is telling you. Even when you search certain things, they pull up like what the algorithm believes is it's a good search for you. Like what's a good search result for you, we'll pull it out for you. So that's what has changed. So in 12 years, the algorithm has really changed, and it's listen. If it's difficult for a guy like me who has been creating content for 12 years, imagine how difficult it's going to be for a guy like you who wants to just start create a content. Unless you get lucky, unless you like somehow get lucky, I don't know. Maybe you get lucky. It can happen, sure. Or maybe you have money to buy a sponsor, and the sponsor sponsors your videos, and it's you're able to advertise your videos out there, and you get lucky. Sure, there's all kinds of possibilities, of course. But anyone out there like Joe Schmo, regular Mary Joe Schmo, if you think that you're just gonna buy a fancy camera, a fancy capture card, a fancy setup in the background, and you think that you're gonna make it big time. Well, I gotta tell you, good luck. Good luck. Good luck breaking that algorithm. That algorithm is very hard to break. Uh, so algorithm has changed. That's number one. Number number two. Another thing that has changed is the YouTube policies and rules, and their policies are really never explained in a clear detail as to um, like what are like give me like a 10 commandments, right? Give me a 10 commandments of 10 list of things that I should avoid. They're not doing that. They're basically telling you, well, you have to be careful. It's a gray area. Nothing is like really explained to you in a great detail. Well, if I upload this, is this okay? Well, it depends. It's like, the copyright is kind of like a gray area, blah blah blah. So even when you upload the video, you still don't know if if you are uh, not breaking or breaking their policies, because their policies are always like such a complex gray area that it's never really like 100% certainty of anything. So everything that you do, it's like you're like rolling a dice. Every time you upload a video, you don't know. Is this video going to get removed? Is this video going to get banned? Am I going to get demonetized? Am I going to get a strike because I made this video and maybe I, played something or played an old game, and that old game has a copyrights of this other, shareholder of this other company, and they don't want any of that stuff on the YouTube, and then you get in trouble, blah, 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 blah. So everything that you do these days, it's like you're rolling the dice, man. It's just like a constant rolling the dice. And that's why there's so many people getting demonetized. And some people are getting demonetized by mistake. That's how, like, ridiculous this AI is, because it's not being reviewed by a human. This is the problem. Now, people say, well, they gotta use the AI because it would be impossible with so many millions and hundreds of millions of YouTubers. It would be impossible for a human. They would need so many humans to review it. Yeah, but the problem with the AI is it will always get it wrong. It will never get it right. By the time you tell YouTube to get to the bottom of what really happened, to get to the bottom of what really went down, and that you had nothing to do with it, and that it's not your problem, it's not your fault, it'll take months. And then finally, once they get to the bottom of it, then they'll say, okay, now we need you to sign up for AdSense. Now we need you to sign up for monetization again. Now you got to go through the whole process again. It's just, man, that shouldn't be happening, man. You are Silicon Valley. You are Google. You got gigatrillions of dollars, man. There's no reason for you not to have a better system put in place, man. There is absolutely no excuse, no reason for you not to have a better system put in place. So that's yet another problem. But the biggest problem to me right now, besides the algorithm and just like the YouTube policy, it's such a great gray area of confusion, and you don't know if your video will be hit by a strike or demonetized, because you have to constantly roll the dice. And then on top of that, people's channels are getting hijacked. People's channels are getting hacked left and right, man. Why is this happening? It's not just me. I thought it was just me, but there's so many people that this is happening to. Why is this? Why is it so easy for any knucklehead out there, for any rundown schmuck of a hacker to be able to hack into your account? I mean, and I know a lot of people make sure that they have their VPNs, that they have their security system, two-step verification, all that stuff. Their security networks, all of that, top notch. And still, these small-time hackers are able to break through and hack into someone's channel, right? And then you wake up next morning, you're like, what? Somebody else is uploading videos for me? Someone else is live streaming for me? Some scammer from God knows where out there. It's scamming and using my name, right? So why is YouTube allowing this to happen in the first place, right? So their two-step verification, it's a joke. It can be easily bypassed from what I have heard. And the fact that they allow so many people to create so many disposable fake emails and create so many fake accounts that they can bring bots along with those fake emails, and they can adjacent those bots to your channel, and they can just shit on your channel 24/7 and then go to Discord and giggle and laugh about it. But YouTube never addressed any of these issues, and I have mentioned these issues. I have talked about these issues. They have not yet to acknowledge any one single one of those problems. I just simply, not simply, I know for a fact they don't care. I know that they don't care because I experienced this with myself. When I got hacked, when someone hacked into my channel briefly and injected a very racist 19-second video, that wasn't me. Clearly it wasn't me. Just use a common sense. Why the hell would I want to do that? After 12 years, I'm going to put all this hard work only just to sabotage myself by injecting a 19-second video. And it's not even my voice. It's not even a stream. I don't even use a StreamYard. Not only is it not my voice, I don't use the StreamYard. I don't even have the Xbox. Okay, not only do I not have the Xbox, but I don't use the StreamYard. I haven't used the StreamYard in, I don't know, like 6 years. I think they closed down my account. And why would I upload such a derogatory, hateful speech with hateful, titles? Why would I do that? Why would I do such a thing? Why would I inject such a thing? That's a common sense. Anybody who watches this understands that I was hacked. Someone had access to my account. And clearly I was hacked. Somebody wanted to get me a strike. Somebody wanted me to lose my channel, to get my channel banned. Someone out there who hates me for whatever the reason, I don't care. Some coward, hiding behind the keyboards. Which that's what they are. They're little micro penises hiding behind the keyboards, of course. So, yet YouTube still would not help me. They wouldn't even acknowledge the fact that I was even hacked. They would not even acknowledge the fact that I was even hacked. Like, think about that, dude. It's like, I think I already said this. Imagine, you report your car being stolen, and the police arrives and they take your statement, and you tell them, yeah, sir, you can look, officer, you can look at the footage, and there it is. You can see the guy stealing my car. And then the officer looks at the surveillance camera footage, and the officer says to you, police officer says to you, sir, based on the surveillance footage that we looked at, it looks like it's you, sir. It looks like that is you stealing your car. Sir, I need you to turn around. You're being arrested for a false report, blah, 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 whatever that, penalty is when you make a false report on a crime or something. So anyway, and then you get arrested, even though you didn't steal your own car. Why would you steal your own car? Someone else stole your car, and now someone else is scot-free running around, driving around with your car. It's kind of like that. So think of it like in that kind of scenario. And that's where we are with YouTube right now. They are not going to do anything to protect you. They're not going to do anything to ensure that your channel is safe. You could wake up one morning and someone could easily just like take over your channel, and all your channels are gone. Imagine that. Everything you worked hard for, everything you put your heart and soul that you worked really hard for, all of a sudden gone. But whose responsibility that is? Listen, me as a person, there's only so much I can do when it comes to like internet security, right? And I do take my internet security measures with VPNs and everything. I make sure that I delete the cookies, all of that stuff. Dude, I use so many security advancements from Norton Security to McAfee to McAfee. I'm sorry, McAfee. All of them. Dude, I use so many VPNs. Norton VPNs, you name it, dude. So many step verifications and stuff that you have to verify, dude. Are you kidding me? But still, someone was able to hack into my channel, and someone was able to upload a 19-second video, which caused me a warning. But the point is, why is this happening in the first place? It is YouTube's job to protect us content creators. That is their job. Their job should be to provide security for content creators, but they're not doing that. And this is another problem that you will encounter. So YouTube in 2026, it's a very a thin ice. It's like roll the dice, bro. Like, so if you want to start a YouTube channel in 2026, just remember it's a very thin ice. It's very hard, number one, to break the algorithm. That's the hardest. To break the algorithm, that's the hardest thing to do. And after breaking the algorithm, if you're lucky enough to break the algorithm, and then you need to keep the momentum. You know how hard it is to keep that momentum? So that there comes another headache, trying to keep that momentum. That's number two. And then number three, the YouTube policies. You don't know. I mean, it's such a gray area they keep changing these policies. Constantly they're changing it. And it's so hard to keep up. It's so complex. It's so confusing to even know what I should upload, what it's appropriate, what it's not appropriate, etc., etc. You can easily get demonetized because it's such a gray area. So you put all this hard work editing a video, putting a video together, right? Streaming long hours, and then all of a sudden, demonetized. It's just that's another problem that you have. It's like the confusion on their policies, because their policies, it's not like there's like a 10 commandments or a list of 10 things that you're supposed to avoid. If they gave me a list of 10 things to avoid, then sure, okay, we can all avoid those 10 things, and then we have better understanding. But it's not that simple. It's not like a 10 commandments. It's a gray area. It's very confusing. It's like roll the dice. And on top of that, then you have this breach of security. Breach of security, which is a joke. Their two-step verification, it's a total joke. Anyone can turn it off and bypass it. It's just a joke. People's channels are getting hijacked left and right. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So YouTube has really become like a total joke, in my opinion. So that's how I feel about YouTube in 2026. Even though I'm still here, I'm still rocking and rolling, but I felt I needed to make this video, to be honest with you, because I don't like BSing my audience. I don't like BSing my audience. I want my audience to understand, and even people who are new members and new subscribers to understand that I just want to be transparent with you. I want to give you my 100% transparency experience with YouTube. Yes, I had some great, positive things. I had my ups and downs. There was times when I was really doing great, and then there's times when I was not doing so great. Like any journey, any career, ups and downs. But things have changed in 2026, and I'm telling you right now, man. You guys want to start a channel? I mean, good luck. I'm telling you, man, it's such a difficult road that you have to go on. And believe me, I know. I've experienced it on my own skin for 12 years. Believe me, And that's why I'm making this video, because I'm someone who actually has experience and have experience. And I know YouTube pretty well after 12 years. I've been creating content for a long time. So I figured maybe you should hear from someone like me who has a lot of experience, who's been on YouTube day in, day out, night in, night out for 12 years. And I think I can tell you firsthand experience and honest experience on what it's like to start a YouTube today. So if you want to start a YouTube today channel, good luck. I mean, I'm not like discouraging any of you not to create a channel. I'm just simply telling you it's tough. It's tough unless you get lucky. But even when you get lucky, consistency. You might have a lucky year this year, and you might have that consistency going, and then next year, you drop down because someone else will come around, and then your audience will go watch someone else. They'll get tired of you. People get tired of other content creators, and they move on. So there's that too. But I'm not discouraging anyone not to create a content, not to make videos. I'm simply saying good luck. I mean, it's tough. It's hard. You know, it's not going to be easy because of all of these things that I have just mentioned in 40 minutes. But then again, don't let this discourage you from, uploading videos. Don't let this discourage you from, creating content. I'm not making this video to discourage people. Look at me. I'm still making content, even though I got hijacked. I got, hacked. But still, here I am. Still, even though I've been through all these battles and my ups and downs and all that, I'm still here. I'm still uploading. I'm still making videos. I'm still making content. So never give up. Never ever give up. Keep pushing through, man. That's the motto. The motto is to keep pushing through, no matter the odds. Just like in the movie War Machine, DFQ. That's what it means. Don't effing quit. I can't use the profanity, but it's don't effing quit. DFQ. So just keep on pushing through. But I want to be honest. I don't want to BS you. I want to tell you, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy road, especially now in 2026. But again, don't let this discourage you from creating content. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this really helps. I hope this kind of clarifies to you and at least prepares you for your journey. So like if you want to start this journey on a YouTube and you want to create a YouTube channel, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this will give you some better perspective on, to give you a better, like more honest, genuine expectation, what your expectations should be and what you need to watch out for, etc., etc. And hopefully this helps. And thank you for watching. I don't think there's anything else after 43 minutes. I think I have said pretty much everything I needed to say. Like I said, don't be discouraged. Go out there, make some content, do some live streams, make some videos, but just understand everything that I told you. It's a very bumpy road. It's not an easy road, but don't get discouraged. Just keep on pushing through. Even when you get hijacked, even when you get hacked, even when you got not that many views, don't get discouraged. Keep on pushing through. All right, that's what I've been doing. There's been times when I decided honestly, I think it was late 2015. I was like December 2015. I said, man, I'm done with this. And then I started, getting into 4K televisions, and I started getting more interest to buy a Xbox One S, which I did summer of 2016, and then all of that changed with my 4K television and Xbox One S, and it all changed, obviously, when I started doing that in 2016. So, keep on pushing through. Some years are better than others. Some months are better than others. Up and down. It's like a stock market. It goes up, comes down. But don't let this discourage you. That's all I'm trying to say to all of you guys. I had to be honest. I had to give you my honest, perspective of what my experience is with YouTube. And I had to acknowledge all of these things. But at the same time, don't be discouraged. Just keep on pushing through. All right? And I know it's a long video, but hopefully this video will help you out. Hopefully this video will give you a better perspective, so you know what to expect going into creating a content and starting this YouTube journey of creating your own channel. I wish you guys all best of luck, and thank you for watching.